maps. Having said that, this is the last session, and we started the program with sessions by various states, 8 states, 9 states made a presentation, 4 on the first day. Andhra Pradesh was a long presentation by Prabhakar Worth it. There was a lot of field arrangements made by him to show us things on the ground, but we could not see that. But we are all convinced, I think, we, the government of India and all the other states are convinced about the path that Andhra Pradesh has taken. I think everybody is surprised. I was talking to some of you originally, and everybody was surprised. सब कुछ कैसे एक साथ हो गया? Everything fell in place. The technology, the manpower, the GIS software, the drone flying, the administrative will to do it, the political will to do it, and the community people actually were not an impediment in the process of resurvey. So that's surprising, getting all these spikes in the wheel together, and the wheel starts moving. So commendable job by Andhra Pradesh, the host state for this resurvey program. In fact, if there's any other state which wants to host the next program on resurvey after doing a great resurvey program, we like to take that offer from a state and announce it here from this portal.
Sir, welcome to our State Urban Development Minister.
Municipal Administration and Urban Development Minister, Honorable Minister Sir has arrived, Shri P. Narayana ji, and thank you very much for coming over here, sir. Welcome.
So that would not be more encouraging than to talk about Naksha in the presence of the Honorable Minister looking at urban development. So I think Andhra Pradesh is actually very encouraging and surprising you to have. You started off, next slide is about Naksha. If you talk about Naksha and if you have the presence of the Honorable Minister looking at urban development, yesterday there was the Minister of Revenue here, and now your urban development. So both ends of the inaugural session and later session are well tied up. Welcome, sir, to the last session. But so nice to see a state having both the ministers coming on a program of resurvey. So having said that, I'll just make a presentation, slightly only 15 slides, but about 3 critical large things we're doing just to apprise the honorable ministers, and also this gathering about what DOLR is doing and what we are trying to achieve. And all of you, we can't do anything on our own. We're just looking at things. So first important thing is the new program last year called Special Assistance to States for Capital Investment. So the Government of India will fund the scheme, implementation of the scheme, will also complement with the incentive. If you do, it's almost like getting a double promotion in a school. So if you do something, you are graded to a large amount that comes to you from capital incentive. So first portion of the slide would be about 2024-25, what we designed, how much we got, which state did well, which state that was somewhere in the middle and did not do well, etc. And then I'll talk about the new incentive scheme. I'm making the audacity of making that presentation, although the file is still to be cleared by the Honorable Cabinet Minister, but it's almost last. So I'll just give you an idea, not to be quoted, but what 25-26 scheme looks like. And am I audible till the end? So I'll survive without the mic for some time. Good. So I'll just talk about this. So as you are aware, everybody here, but to apprise the Honorable Minister, we had 2 capital incentive programs, one for the rural areas and one for the urban areas. And both were 5,000 crore. It was like a challenge to the states, saying that this is up for grabs. There are 5,000 crore available for great work in rural reforms and great work in urban reforms. And this amount could be utilized by the states on any kind of capital infrastructure, including roads, buildings, bridges, etc., etc. So this was designed, we operationalized this, it came into being on 9th of August 2024. So these are some of the points I was trying to figure out. So one of the idea was that it was an extremely new concept for revenue department. It took almost 2 months or 3 months or more to convince the state government that this is different from the DLMP program. This is a separate program. So a new concept. It was an element of surprise. When I initially talked to the Director Land Records and Settlement Commissioner, they told the DLMP program has changed. It has grown into 5,000 crore. I told no, it is a different program. So new concept for every department. We made all efforts. In fact, the Secretary, sir, and us in Diwala traveled, had 4 regional conclaves in the month of August, September. Went to every state and told them about the capital incentive program. And at that point of time, we were looking at Naksha and trying to take feedback whether we can do it or not do it. But we were doing dissemination, online meetings, letters, standard way of communication in the government. This all happened. There was a constraint of less time because in February, March, the scheme finished. In August, it was launched. In October, people realized it is a huge program. Secretary of Finances digested the whole thing and started talking. But nevertheless, it strengthened the implementation of the DLMP program. I had an initial balance of around 670 crores when I began the last financial year. Every year we used to spend around 100 to 150 crores. Last year we spent around 300 crores. The balance has come down to 400 crores and I can happily look towards a new program. Now, initially we thought it would be a single installment, but there was a lot of pressure from the Department of Expenditure saying, please, whichever states are eligible, please go ahead and recommend to us. And we kept recommending. And the coordination between Revenue Department in the state and the Finance Department was also an issue. We realized that a lot of them sent the proposal to us. And we told we can only recommend. Department of Land Resources recommends proposal that here, yes, your quality of land record is good, your maps are good, your registration system is good, your land records are good. We can only recommend. Normally the amounts are agreed by the Department of Expenditure, but the self-of project was supposed to be coming from Secretary of Finance to Department of Expenditure. There was a lot of time lag between that. And what Revenue Minister was talking yesterday, none of the money in most of the states came back to the Department of Land Records and Center. Not many. So a lot of states, the Secretary of Revenues were very proactive. They told the Honorable CMs and CS that if we get 400 crores of Government of India, 100 crores will be given to Tehsil office or SRO office or GIS labs. So some states had, but they had informal arrangements to do this. So what happened in this year? I remember all of you kept calling me, the Additional Secretary Sir. There was a lot of competition between the states. And also, some letters went up and down. I observed the whole thing. But there was a lot of enthusiasm in the states that I won't claimant of 200 crores. You are recommending only 50. I have better land records. They went ahead. In 4 months, a lot of states moved very quickly and transformed a lot of good things. So there was a lot of great competition among states. And I have a good WhatsApp group of Secretary of Finance now. So Secretary of Finances were more after my life than Secretary of Revenues to get this money out. So anyway, this is what happened. The end, just to remind you, there were 5 milestones to achieve. One is the Great Resurvey Program of Andhra Pradesh. So subdivide or do survey and get 1,000 crores for large states. Untied just for capital. 600 crores for middle states and 200 crores for small states. Slightly complicated. I'm just revising the last. Everybody has seen this presentation. Only one slide I've taken out. That was the largest incentive, and this incentive survives this year also. You can take 1,000 crore. Some of the states have taken 300, 500 crores, depending on the great amount of. Andhra Pradesh is the leader in getting most of the amount on this program. Tamil Nadu, which is a classical system of maintaining ROR and cadastral maps. Gujarat, which has done a lot of good work, particularly in the category A, milestone 1. Not many. 6 or 7 states could survive the onslaught of scrutiny, but great sense prevailed. So first is the most important. This incentive survives this year also. So that makes this workshop relevant because 1,000 crore is available to every state which can do resurvey exercise this year, which is untied. 600 crores to middle states and 200 to smaller states. Now, second we had done last year was ULPIN generation and georeferencing of all land parcels. We have around 96 crore land parcels in the country. Last year, we got ULPIN and georeferencing generated for almost 35 crore land parcel, 30 to 35 crores. 1/3 of the target was achieved just by the push of incentives. So second milestone was very interesting. The third is critical. Now we are doing Naksha, we realize that registration system is holds all the key. In urban areas, registration deed becomes like a ownership and possession document. There is no ROR or cadastral map. So we told make the land registry system totally online and paperless, and integrate the registration system with land record system, pre and after the registration process happens. The second point was, please scan your registration deeds, 100-year registration deed, scan that and create a metadata of all the registration deeds that has happened. Legacy document scanning. We are also now funding this, but this was the third milestone. The fourth was basically saturation of land record. Make the document that is available to the government available to the citizen. So make your RORs online, cadastral maps online, make them paperless, etc., etc. The fourth was about the most complicated portion in the revenue department is the revenue court case management system. Make it online, paperless, and trouble citizens less when they want to do inheritance or sale or get their records admitted. So these are the 5 milestones we started with in rural. Some of them have changed. I'll just highlight some of the changes when I go ahead in the presentation. But this is what happened. So out of the 5,000 crores available with us at that point of time, we could recommend 4,074 crores. So 1,000 crores still went unspent. We did not want to recommend everything because that is like a certificate of tomorrow. We can't say that this was not truly recommended. So 4,000 was recommended. Almost the georeferencing, second milestone, 1,000 crore. Fourth milestone, 1,000 crore. These were low-hanging fruits. These were low-hanging fruits. This is work of 10 years that we are trying to incentivize. We should not tell the Department of Expenditure, but they will not agree. But these 2 milestones were like, nothing will happen if we don't have milestone 2 and milestone 4. Milestone 3, people moved a lot. 615 crores went. This was about registration system. And the momentum is set up in the states. Milestone 5, not much movement. And this is what we are trying to incentivize now. Revenue court case management systems and mutation systems. I see 268 crores only. Milestone 1, most difficult, most money is available there. But only 1,000 crores, only for 6 or 5 states. Early start of Gujarat, last one Andhra Pradesh, and the middle we have Tamil Nadu and others. So if you look at this state-wise, I thought I'll show this slide or not show this slide, but I had the urge to show this slide. But this is the state-wise distribution of amount that has happened. So Andhra Pradesh, actually we are sitting here in Andhra Pradesh, and just because of the first milestone, they have current single ownership of ROR and single cadastral map more than 90%, 94% in the country. All the other states, you can clap for them. I think they deserve a right to apply. We have not seen a state having 94% single. If you have a single record of right, you have a single map. It's like every map in the state has one owner. I think we have not seen. We have 30% single ownership, 40% single ownership, but this is commendable. So Andhra, Madhya Pradesh, second rank. We could have announced this on a platform and given awards and all that, but Madhya Pradesh got second because of the work on cyber tahsil and the registration. Amazing work on cyber tahsil. You can get your online paperless full ownership registration done today. Tomorrow, today in the evening, you'll get WhatsApp with the registration deed on the WhatsApp, on email and SMS, and cyber tahsil integration. So Madhya Pradesh got it, and then there are other states. Gujarat is third because of the last 10 years of good work, but they're stuck now. Tamil Nadu because traditionally they maintain amazing amount of record of rights and cadastral maps. Then Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and I will not read the list, but this is how the states got arranged. The grey is the, don't get worried by Assam particularly, and Tamil Nadu are a effect of grey in the graph. This was recommended but could not be released because it went till the end of March. This was recommended in the last week of March, so this is pending. This will take care the moment the incentive program is done. So you will get it the moment the new ball starts rolling. But therefore I put the graph because this is pending with us. This is pending between us and Department of Expenditure. So the grey graph is, so Assam looks like slightly low right now, but Assam is actually moving towards fifth if you calculate the green. So don't get disappointed. There's a bright team from Assam here. So this is what happened. If you look at the milestones, this gets slightly complicated, but I think I'll skip this. This is very difficult to read from the end, but this is what we released in installments and milestone-wise. Very difficult to read this. I'll skip this. But if you look at the milestone-wise capture, some of them I have highlight. I know I have limited time. Look at Andhra Pradesh at the bottom. So 397 crore went only for milestone 1. which is great resurvey program. Look at the blue. You will not find this first portion blue in any of the graphs, except Gujarat and some other states. So Andhra got 400 crore just for the good work that they are doing right now. 6,000 villages completed. Second milestone is Orange, which is then there is a registration. So registration system has not behaved great in Andhra Pradesh, and then there is the court case management system. 4 milestones. So I'll leave this slide. We'll upload this slide on the DOLAB website. You can have a look at this. But we have also tried to see which state. See Gujarat. Gujarat also has a blue, large first blue. Since we're doing a resurvey work program here, that is coming from past great work that Gujarat did. Gujarat was one of the first states to start. And the Honorable Prime Minister was Honorable CM of Gujarat. They started this program. So they also got around 324 crore. Not much movement this year, but amazing amount of work on resurvey in the past. Tamil Nadu, 34 crores. And particularly these blues, we scrutinized again and again. My additional secretary, I think, encountered these states after state and tried to figure out whether it is single owner, double owner, multiple owner, how many people are recorded, how many dead people are in the ROR. Even in the best state, we found 10% dead people in the record of rights. They are not been taken out of the record of rights. So, and then you have, then you don't have any of the states. These are the well-performing states, but in other things they did good work. But the maps are not good. So resurvey has not happened. The ROR and traditional maps are not good, but they have good systems. Like West Bengal took in 2 milestones. They have a good registration system. They have done good work in revenue court case management system, online paperless, but they are not making the main bedrock very strong. The bedrock is milestone 1. So just to give you a glimpse, I'm not going to do a state by state because there's limited time. So you can see the graphs again. So this is all orange, and so these are the easier milestone to get. Orange and the lighter orange, or what do you call it, color, are basically easy milestones. So every state maximized profits in those incentives and got something. And there was encouragement among states. Georeferencing and Ulpin generation was easiest. Let us do it and get some amount. So a lot of states did that. Assam, again, Assam has got, I think, not in the initial blue. They are on the way, but they are not completed. But amazing systems of revenue code, almost 100 crore. The whole incentive went to them. Totally online, totally paperless. They just launched. I think I saw a scramble in Assam. Assam had nothing in August. In February, they made sure that all the SROs go online and paperless. All the Tehsildars, SDMs have online courts and paperless system, and both are integrated with each other. So they maximize the profit there because resurvey work was cumbersome, but they got a huge amount of, the only state I think which has completed, got 100 crores in revenue court case system, totally online, totally paperless, totally integrated with land record, and totally integrated with registration system. And to cover that up, we never told that, but also have a blockchain technology. They're the only state which have end-to-end blockchain technology on all the online systems. So you can't tamper any document at any point of time. So moving ahead, then there's easy ones. So orange are important. Like Tripura has got a lot of response rate, but a lot of amount only in the oranges. But this is what has happened. So around 4,000 crore we recommended. We could get around 3,700 crore release from the Department of Expenditure. Now we are right in time because we are launching the program within this week. I think the file is with the Honorable Minister. It should be clear. We will be launching this, but what the program looks like. So 5,000 crore this year is exactly the replica of the program we wrote in last year. So in urban Naksha program, which is only 200 odd crores, we have a 5,000 crore, like Honorable Minister was saying yesterday, we don't have a program like this kind in Government of India. 200 crore original program, but if you do implement 200 crore program, you get 5,000 crore incentives. This is the only program of its kind. So in Naksha urban program, we have categorized the cities into 4 kinds: 2 lakh population and above, 1 lakh to 2 lakh, 50,000 to 1 lakh, and less than 50,000. And we are taking small towns, 35 square kilometer and less, 2 lakh population and less. 150 Naksha towns, right? I'll slide on Naksha also, some of the constraints we are facing. So if you look at the milestones, if you do aerial flying, which is complete right now, as per my understanding, in 75 cities out of 152, almost half the cities flying is complete. So they would all become eligible. I might run short of money if this whole thing is implemented. So first milestone is about aerial survey and mapping. including feature extraction. The software should be loaded into every CDC platform. For every city, you get so much amount, depending on what kind of city you have chosen in Naksha program. So this is, I think, up for grabs. Then slightly longest portion, when you take out your rovers, when you encounter the community, go to every house, measure the land parcel, use AI, ML, whatever you want to do, but convince the people that this is the registration deed you have, this is the record we have, this is the property tax you pay, you are the owner, and this is the flat you own. And you give him a card called UPRO card. The guidelines are there in your table. The standard operating procedure is also published and is also available online. So that is the second. Third, we want to achieve this year, because this is a one-year program and it's been reviewed at the highest level, is we need to complete this program, and some of the states we find struggling with right now. To name few, West Bengal, Jharkhand, etc., are not making sense of Naksha. But the third is, please invite claims and disputes and settle them and publish the final map for the whole city. If you do all the three, and if you are a category A city, you get around 90 crores to use on infrastructure in the town, in the cities of the country. So this is the three stages. I call it map 1, map 2, map 3. So map 1 is aerial survey and mapping, being done by Survey of India and the vendors. Some of them are complicated. We will get 3D imagery of the town. We'll also get slope, elevation, terrain, oblique pictures. So 3D, you can see all the buildings that is being developed. Then field survey, and then claim and dispute resolution. So this milestone is available this year also, as it was last year. We admitted some of the claims last year, but we could not, by the time we recommended, it was already a closed chapter. So this is the flow. So large city 90 crores, population 1 to 2 lakh 75 crores, 60 and 30 crores. Capital program, you can do anything in the city with this program, any capital infrastructure, buildings, roads, sewerage system, whatever you want to do in the city. Now coming to rural. So in rural, category of the states is same, the sizes of the states are same. We have changed the incentives this year. So first incentive is the same, subdivision and resale, same amounts also. It is exactly the same program. ULPIN and georeferencing we have kept, but we have added more value. As was being told yesterday by Secretary Sir, now we want, ROR only has name. Those days are gone. When you in a village, you have a name in the land record and people know whose land it is. So we want to have Aadhaar number, we want to have mobile number, we also want to have address of the person concerned. Just seed them. A lot of states were telling me yesterday that we already have, so we can move very quickly on this. I'll open slide for this. Third is, we want to continue the good work on land registry and cross integration. We also want to continue and increase our work on revenue court case management system. So first milestone remains the same. I'll not read it, but it is same. So 1,000 crores if you have complete resurvey, proportion to the number of villages you complete. So Andhra completed 6,000 out of 16,000 villages. They got a proportion of the amount. So all the states, whatever village, so please don't take the whole state. As Sir was saying, don't be over adventurous. Maybe take few easy districts, few easy tehsils, use some technology, whether by satellite imagery or by drone, or by GPS in the mountains, as we had a presentation on Ladakh, and complete the program. So that was the first milestone. The second is Aadhaar seeding, consent-based authentication, mobile address seeding, and standardization of ROR. The last one is important because we have now made a standard performer for ROR and cadastral map. If you follow the same system and same Aadhaar, we will get incentive under this program. So incentive amount is increased, and mobile and address linkage. This is same as last year. Make the registry process completely online and paperless, and integrate with land records, and do the legacy document scanning and creation of metadata. Amounts have increased. If you see the amount, they have increased now in this milestone. This is important. This did not have much takers last year, but this is very heavily incentivized. So 200 plus 100, 300 crores if you make the modern. So Assam, which had claimed last year, I think the claim is done. This year the claims are slightly larger. But please do sale, inheritance, boundary dispute, fact-based inquiry, make it more administrative than judicial, the revenue courts. Timely and time-bound disposal of all cases, and appointment maybe of exclusive officers to look only at revenue court cases, and appeal, review, revision should be much less. Otherwise, cases go on for 10 years like judicial courts. Okay. So last slide on this, and then one slide on Naksha. 5,000 crore for each program. 31st March 2026 is the deadline this year for submitting of claims. It is on first come, first served basis. If the money finishes quickly, the money finishes. It has to be used for infrastructure, land records, as the Honorable Revenue Minister was saying yesterday, land records and settlement and survey, department and infrastructure should be included in the program. And this time the program is linked to AgriStack program. So you can do work here or there and claim here or there. And the AgriStack will generate farm ID and farmer ID. Half incentive will get. Half incentive will get only if you do integration to record of rights. So we'll expand this program as we go. Now, last slide about Naksha is I'll just repeat, we had a meeting. Please start procuring rovers and complete the process. Maps are coming to you very quickly. So please complete the rover procurement. Some of the states have 3,000 rovers, some of the states have 0 rovers. And you need rovers to start doing ground putting. So please buy your rovers. Urban local body teams, with the current teams in urban local bodies, urban local department and revenue department, you will not be able to do it. Please hire private surveyors, please hire private companies to do it for you. So that is important. Look at your registration deed, property tax and land record data and keep them ready to be digested in Naksha. Naksha is a one-year program, so cities which will do it quickly would be, we have a platform being built up. Survey of India, group director level coordination is important, and awareness and EIC. So that was a recap about Naksha and the incentive program. So thank you so much. Thank you for this.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation, sir. Now, may I have our respected Sri Manas Joshi ji, Secretary, Department of Land Resources. Concluding remarks will be given by sir, and I invite him to present his concluding remarks. Welcome, sir.
Yes. Good afternoon, Honorable MOS, Minister for Urban Development in Government of Andhra Pradesh, my colleagues, and all the officers from the state governments. It's a good discussion in last 1.5 days. We learned a lot about what each state is doing. In sitting in DOLR, Kuwait commander have no idea what is happening in the rest of the country. It's such a state-centric department, so it's a good exposure as to what's happening in the rest of the country. Survey, I think just as Kunal has explained, we are trying to nudge the states with the incentive amounts to move in the direction in which we want states to move. And we are changing the goalposts also in a lot of areas, like the quality of land records. The incentive was being explained. Initially, we said we will give states 1,000 crore rupees for good quality land records. When the states started making claims, Tamil Nadu first made a claim, our land records are excellent. MP also made a claim, our land records are excellent. Then the question came as to what is a good quality land record. So then we started digging into each state, and as Kunal said, there were states with 30% dead people. There are states with 60% accounts having a joint account. So Himachal made a claim that they should be given incentive. Well, in Himachal, in a lot of survey numbers, the 100 people names are written in one survey number. So ROR has 100 joint owners, and average is 20 joint owners or 10 joint owners. Now that cannot be called as a good land record. So Andhra model where say 90% of the people have a single account. Single or wife joint is fine, but otherwise it's not that 3 generations everyone's name is in the single ROR and no subdivision has happened. Then it cannot be called as a good land record. So Andhra has done more than 90%. So then we put a saying that if you have achieved an 80% single owner, then we can call it as a good land record. Less than that, it's something you need to do more. You can't force people, but you have to do. Other area which we have changed the goalpost is revenue court management system. We realize that the mess in land records which we are in, it's because we have not done mutations. And the process of mutation has become so complicated in the country. Uh, uh, if you are selling the whole land and someone is buying it, you register it, then the mutation is easy. There is no subdivision involved. Registration will happen. But say within the if there are 10 joint account holders and subdivision has not happened, that mutation never happens. And a lot of state mutation only happens in the record of right, never happens in the map. So mutation process, and if there are 5 parties in one, and one party says that I do not agree for subdivision, then you can't subdivide the land. So if I am a joint owner with a lot of people, if they don't agree, I can't get my land mutated. That is the system in India. And with the advocates, with the tehsildars, SDMs being busy with adjournments, we have made our revenue code system as bad as judicial system. Uh, I hope no one will take a contempt case because of that. But judicial system, yeah, if you in India, why land disputes are still less, why people have concerns, is because they know if they go to court, it will take 20 years. Even if you mutation, if you try in India, if one of the parties is not agreeing, it takes at least 5 to 10 years to get mutation done. So we want mutation system to get simplified. Revenue code system is mainly mutation system on a boundary dispute. What else is there in revenue code? And we have created such a large revenue code system which is not working. So we want revenue code system to get modified, and like MP has done for the cyber tehsil, a simple administrative process in which parties apply, you get Patwari's report, based on that Patwari, you give that report to everyone, and whatever parties give written submission, based on that, take a decision. There is no need for hearings and court processes and advocates to appear. So any state which does that, 200 crore rupees incentive is there. We have issued the guidelines also on that as what we want. So there is a changing of goalposts which we are undertaking. Similarly, was Naksha was a system which we started based on what Swamit did actually, that central government drives the process. It's not just the funding it, we are driving the process. Similarly, in resurvey, we want to drive the process like Naksha, that we would set the entire system and get the drone flying, get you the ORIs, get you the feature extraction from the private vendors, and then you do the field verification. We'll provide the software so that like there are enthusiastic states like Andhra and all who are doing things on their own. But there are a lot of states where things get stuck. Either the political will is not there, they are not interested. Why to open a Pandora's box? Or the officers are not interested. Revenue departments are so busy in handling government land management and allotment systems. So people are not on lethargy, or the Patwari posts or village officers posts. There are 3,000 posts, and probably 70% are lying vacant in a lot of states. The 70-80% or 50% posts are lying vacant. Staff is not there. So we would drive the process. Honorable MOS and Shivraj Singh Chauhan both have shown keen interest in improving our land record management system in the country, and we have full support. This is an area which everyone feels. When I was meeting UPCM and pitched for this, he said, UP में तो सारे जो झगड़े हैं ये सब लैंड के कारण ही होते हैं. लैंड इतना रिकॉर्ड इतना खराब है, ये अगर हम ठीक कर लें तो जितनी फौजदारी जितने क्रिमिनल सिविल केस हो रहे हैं सब बंद हो जाएंगे. So everyone recognizes this, but it's not easy to move in this. And the prime area of difficulty, which I can see in most of the states, is human resource. We do not have adequate staff. That's one problem. We do not plan of hiring private staff either on contract or through service providers. We have not been able to work it out. Whichever state works it out, like Andhra, they did it in access, but whichever state has been able to work out, like Assam has been able to work it out at the state level, but at the village level, there is a problem. They don't have the staff. Like we discussed Haryana, they have the patwaris, but something else is missing. So the staff part, I think HR part, we need to plan properly and work on that. I'm sure if we take care of HR, funding is adequate in India. There's no dearth of funding for such a low cost item. Low cost, high effort item is survey or land records. It doesn't cost really much. That's why we are giving so much of incentive because we know the cost of doing it is very low. So let's work on that. We realize in Government of India also that we have a HR problem. We are trying to do a lot of things, but we don't have the staff. And the ministry staff is there only for 5 years. So there is no system memory in the ministry. We have no organization which is supporting us. So tomorrow when me and Kunal and we people go, no system memory will be left in the department unless the next people also take interest. So we have a serious HR problem. We have created a PMU. So about 15, 20 people would be there in that, but still we don't have the organization. So we were talking to Survey of India that Survey of India, can we convert them from, can they over a period of 3, 4 years, from being a survey doing agency for the whole country, can they start getting into the land records issues and develop expertise and become our support office? And then we can provide much more support to the states. At present, we are not able to provide much support to the states or analyze what is not working in the state and then tell Chief Secretary or CM as to take care of this. The department is not able to manage, they don't have the staff or they have not been able to do this and that. We don't have the manpower to engage with the states so much. So we also need to take care of our HR issues. You also need to take care of HR issues. But yeah, we are under leadership of our ministers, we are providing you the path. We'll take you along the path. We'll fund you along the path. But we could drag you also along the path. But we'll make sure that whatever targets we are setting, all of us together are able to achieve that. Thank you.
Now, I humbly request our Honorable Minister, Sir, Municipal Administration, Urban Development, Urban Water Supply, Planning and Housing, and CRDA, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Sir, you please give us a small address towards this meet. Shri Punguru Narayanaji to come forward and to address this meet. Welcome, sir.
I wish a very good afternoon to the Honorable Union Minister for State, Sri Pemmasani, Chandra Sekhar Garu, Sri Manoj Joshi, Ji, Secretary DOLR, Sri Shyam Kumar, Director DOLR, Sri Kunal Satyarthi, Joint Secretary DOLR, and other dignitaries. Viksit Bharat 2047 by Government of India under Prime Minister of Sri Narendra Modi ji and Swarnandhra 2047 under our beloved Chief Minister Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu garu have set the path for India and AP towards transforming into fully developed societies by 2047. The Naksha project, which is one of the reforms, is expected to improve urban governance and transparency and will also boost the economy and improve the ease of doing business. Out of 152 ULBs selected across the nation for this pilot project, 10 ULBs from the state of Andhra Pradesh. They are Kuppam, Ongole, Anantapuram, Guntur, Nellore, Kurnool, Kakinada, Mangalagiri, Tadepalli, Yelur, and Tirupati municipalities and municipal corporations. The entire pilot project cost of 194 crores is being borne by the center, and we are grateful to the Government of India for this support and selecting maximum number of ULBs from Andhra Pradesh. Within these 10 ULBs selected from AP, a total area of 524 square kilometers is targeted for aerial survey, and nearly 9.5 lakh properties will be mapped and digitized. The project requires close coordination between Government of India departments, Survey of India, and State of Andhra Pradesh, and the selected ULBs. While Government of India and Survey of India will provide the overall guidance and technical execution, such as aerial surveys, survey equipment and training, the state government and its ULBs shall have to take care of field survey, data integration, digitization, and IEC. I am sure with such constant support from God, Tirupati have completed aerial survey. Aerial survey is going on in Yelloor and will soon commence in Mangalagiri Tadepalli Corporation. Ground truthing has started in 3 ULBs. They are Kuppam, Ongole, and Ananthapuram. For the remaining ULBs, ground truthing will commence as soon as final images are received from Survey of India. In the 3 ULBs where ground truthing has started, the process has been completed for nearly 6,000 government properties and is in good progress. I am also happy to share that out of 166 rovers which are required in these 10 ULBs for conducting ground truthing, 158 rovers have been deployed and are kept ready. We have also formed 643 ground verification teams for this process in these 10 ULBs. We are also at an advanced stage of keeping the GIS application ready. Once the ground truthing is completed, we will take up integration with the existing database such as property tax records. We are expecting the Naksha project will demonstrate improved urban governance, planning and regulations, effective tax management, and also help in reducing legal complications over property disputes in urban areas. Naksha will also boost real estate development through clear titles and reducing risks in projects. It will also help banks and financial institutions for timely clearness and investment and improve easy of doing business. I would like to assure you that my department is giving high priority for this project to make it successful and will closely be working with all the stakeholders at the state as well as Government of India level. Thanking you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your kind remarks, sir. Now it is the time to hear from the most awaited, precious voice of this workshop. We are truly honored to have your insights and kind observations, sir. Let us invite our Honorable Union Minister of Honorable Union Minister Sri Chandra Sekhar ji. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. I'm sorry that you have to go through so many meetings and these speeches for 2 days. It's not easy, but for your patience, not only flying from across the country, sitting here, listening to other people and other successful states, I really wanted to thank you for all of you, each one of you, for doing this. That's number one. Number two, I hope they served good breakfast and a dinner last night. They told me you got a chance to enjoy all types of Andhra Pradesh breakfast, idli, dosas, all those varieties. And I hope you take those memories with you as you go back to your states. And then I also wanted to congratulate all the states that have been doing an excellent work and all the states that have shown interest to do the best work. So by sitting together and learning the best practices, you have a renewed interest, motivation, enthusiasm, and the drive to complete these records in a timely manner. As Kunalji and my secretary Manohar Joshi ji have mentioned earlier, this is a time-bound program, incentive-based program. Government of India, Modi ji, giving the money for the work that you're supposed to do, and all the expenses for doing the work is being borne by the central government. So there is no reason for not doing this. As I have said yesterday, this is especially important for rural communities, women, and tribal people. And if we want to be, as my respected Minister, Urban Minister Sri Narayan Garu has said, if we truly want to be 2047 Viksit Bharat, a developed country, we must do these things, right? Without, developed countries have done this years and years back. And with given our diversity and our administrative problems, I understand we're taking a little longer, but I hope within the next few years, we'll continue to get to the 100% saturation. Once again, I want to congratulate Karnataka for being 100% ground truthing, and Assam doing settlement of the previously unsettled lands, and for Rajasthan coming up with high resolution 40 centimeter satellite imagery. And obviously, I'm so proud of my own state, Andhra Pradesh, under our Honorable Chief Minister, my political guru, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, and able ministers, Narayan Garu, and then Satyaprasad Garu, who you got to know yesterday, and all the administration for doing a tremendous work within 10 months and taking a lion's share of incentive. And Bihar, as well as Odisha, for doing citizen empowerment, community engagement, and Haryana developing highly transparent land record system, and Tripura doing first and second revisional surveys. So this first phase is about 3 lakh kilometers out of the 15 lakh square kilometers that we have planned. And I hope this conference will showcase the India's collaborative federalism, which is the true strength of our country. And with the completion of the work, we will have accurate, updated, and accessible records. And Government of India is there to support for policy, technology, funding, and all the standard operating procedures. And I wish you good luck and safe travels to your respective states. Once again, thank you, one and all. I should thank you. Oh, one last thing. I really wanted to thank my team for organizing this whole thing. A successful conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your precious speech. And now, your attention, please. All the officers from the various states have attended here, and we request you all to be here after the completion of, to have a group photo along with all the officials and dignitaries. So I request all the officers after completion of this program. Before that, I invite Sri Shyam Kumarji, Director, DOLR, is to come forward to deliver his vote of thanks on this occasion. Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon, one and all. I take this opportunity to extend vote of thanks on behalf of Department of Land Resources, Government of India. As we come to the conclusion of this enriching two-day national workshop on survey and resurvey, I sincerely hope it has been a valuable and insightful learning experience for all. At the outset, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the direction of this initiative. I also extend my deep appreciation to Sri Secretary Sir for spearheading organizing this workshop and ensuring this success. A special thanks to all the officers from various states and union territories who traveled to Guntur and actively participated in the deliberations. I would like to appreciate the effort of officers from Assam, Karnataka, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Ladakh, and Haryana who are leading these resurvey works in their state and for sharing their experience and valuable perspectives. Your contribution and commitment have played a crucial role in fulfilling the objective of this workshop. I would like to thank our key technical partners, Survey of India, NTSCDC, and the Center of Excellence for joining in person. My sincere appreciation goes to Government of Andhra Pradesh for graciously hosting this event in Guntur. The hospitality extended to us has been exceptionally seamless and deeply appreciated. I trust that everyone had a memorable and comfortable stay here. I also extend my thanks to all my colleagues from the Department of Land Resources for their dedication and tireless efforts behind the scene. Thank you all once again for making this workshop a meaningful and successful gathering. Let us continue working together to modernize and strengthen land administration in our country. Thank you.
And now I request the officers from the BOLR department. So you please come first, sir, so that we can have a group photo, and later we will invite the other teams. Please make it a little faster, sir. And don't forget to bring your smiles also. Please welcome.
చెప్తే అర్థం చేసుకుంటే బాగుండేది.
Now I request the Andhra Pradesh team to come forward to take a photograph. Please welcome. Statewide, first Andhra Pradesh team, and then be ready, Bihar. All teams, please. Thank you very much for making this wonderful meeting in a fruitful manner. We could complete this.
Thank you for making us proud.
Okay.
Requested all state representatives to come forward to have a photograph now. All directors also are requested to come forward, sir. Please welcome. All state representatives and directors to have a beautiful and permanent memory for us. From Guntur, you are 18 years back to your places. It's a present one, maybe present one.
కొట్టు సీరియస్ లేదు. అందరు రావట్లేదు, వీళ్ళందరూ మిగిలిపోయారు. చేయగలిగింది లేదన్నా, ఎక్కడ రావట్లేదు.
Feel free to appear like visible, sir. Please be in a comfortable manner.
ఈ చివరలు రాలేదు తమ్ముడు.
Some are standing beside. Please take place of yours. Please come forward, sir. Thank you so much for appearing this wonderful program. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.